Hi, my name is Dave. I'm your host. You're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is your first time listening, welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. If you're returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, and value from listening to this podcast. So I don't normally do a podcast on Thursdays. Thursdays, I normally prepare for tomorrow, which is Poetry Friday. I've already been writing a poem, so I should be done by tomorrow, but I just had a few thoughts that I would like to share with you today. I have a question, so to speak. When was the last time you spoke to yourself out loud? When was the last time you had a conversation with yourself out loud? I mean, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and complimented yourself? When was the last time you said, "You are spectacular. You're amazing. You are truly beautiful." Not in an arrogant way, but in a positive way. I believe that we need to actually have more conversations, more positive conversations with ourselves, because it's bad enough we think in it's easy for us to think negative. I mean, I believe the human mind tends to go down the negative path than a positive path. So I believe we need to talk to ourselves more often in a positive fashion. And I also believe it's very beneficial for us to talk out loud in a positive fashion to ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. Many of us are influenced by all sorts of things. I mean, we are influenced by someone we love, somebody or something, or an experience that had an impact. Hopefully it was a good impact or made a good impression that influenced us in a positive way. I know that there are times when some of us had an experience that wasn't so positive and had a negative impact. However, we can't let our past define who we become. So, however, I believe that we are a product of our soul experience, of the whole experience. We're the product of our future and what we believe ourselves to become. So if we have a conversation and saying that, hey, we can do this, we can do that, or we can become better, or we can become smarter, or we can become faster, or whatever it is that you want in life, if you start having a conversation about it in a positive fashion, in a positive way, I think that it will be a whole lot better for your future. We are the product of our future. I believe that we are a product of our own beliefs and our actions, and hopefully our beliefs and actions, they line up with our values to help us grow, that we can shine for others so they can see a brighter future for themselves. I believe having that conversation with yourself will bring you into a new light. And I'm not talking about once in a blue moon. I'm talking about a conversation that you have daily out loud with yourself, a positive one. I don't care if it's affirmations. I don't care if you're complimenting yourself, but you can create the narrative that you want to build for your own life by having that loud conversation with yourself. I know, believe it or not, you're probably scared. You probably feel that it's just not something that you want to do. You might feel kind of weird and awkward talking out loud. I believe it's a good thing. Go ahead, because I once had a teacher who said, because I was having a problem with grammar and I was having a problem writing sentences, and she said, if it sounds wrong, keep it. That means that because the way I was talking at that time, it wasn't aligned with good English. It wasn't aligned with proper English. I believe we are the product of our future, and I always will believe that, no matter what. You're full of potential. I believe that. We all are. Filled with creativity, intelligence. I think we need to be more determined to overcome our obstacles that we might be facing in our life. And I believe that. So what it is, or where you think that you should be going, or where would you like to go? What would you like to do? What would you like to achieve from this point on? I'm not talking about the past. I'm not talking about what you've gone through. I'm not talking about how you was hurt. I'm not talking about who hurt you or what you believed before. What do you want now? Where do you want to see your life in the next 5 years or in the next 10 years? Heck, next year. What do you want? Let me ask you that. And if you can answer that, start having that conversation with yourself out loud. Start writing in a journal of what you believe that you want to do, what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Write it out. Then start writing a game plan on how to get there, what you need to do, what you need to learn. If you have to take a course, go ahead and take the course to get it done. I know you're probably scared, and that's why you haven't started yet. I know you believe you don't have what it takes. Some of you probably do believe you have what it takes, but something is holding you back. I don't know if you're afraid to achieve what's in your heart. I don't know, but you have a calling. I do know that. And your calling is greater than your fear right now. It's your turn. It's your time. It's time for you to look in the mirror and talk to yourself and say, you got this. You got what it takes. It's your time to focus and determine to bring about what you have been thinking about all this time. It's time to start that new business. It's time to go back and get that degree. It's time to get that promotion and go ahead and ask for that raise because you deserve it. This is your time to shine and let the world see the real you unfettered. I just wanted to share a little inspiration with you today. This has been on my mind. This has been on my heart. I believe in you. I don't know you. I don't have to. But I do know that we were all birthed with something special inside. Let your special shine. This is Dave. Until tomorrow, don't forget Poetry Friday tomorrow. And if you want to hit me up, my number is 972-284-9518. If you want to send an email, go ahead and send an email. It's at thelastpodcast443@gmail.com. Again, if you want to send me a text, that number is 972-284-9518. Thanks a lot for listening. Please share this with your family, friends, and coworkers. I thank you so much for listening. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.